Holy moly. Am I late? Not late. I got a few minutes. What's going on, guys? Happy 420. This 420 day. Beautiful, beautiful day outside. It's so beautiful outside. Sun shining. That day has got to shine. That's what my grandmama used to say about beautiful days like this. They got to shine to them. How are we gonna show up? Hey, how's it going? Sure would be cool if you smoke some weed. There you go, my friend. Pack it, sir. Fucking 3 minutes to midnight. 3 minutes. So what's going on, chat? While we're sitting here busting the nugs out, I threw the chat link. I didn't throw what did I just fucking say? I threw the link into a couple of groups. We'll see if anybody shows up. It is in the middle of the day. It is a Saturday. So we'll see if somebody shows up. Anybody could show up. What's the plan for today? Man, you know what I'm doing today? I'm gonna do some stuff for John Longbox, his book. I first did like a preliminary sketch of what I'm gonna do for him, and he had a revision. He wants me to add a Volkswagen bus in the background of the illustration. That shouldn't be too hard. So I slapped that on there. Gonna get Cheech and Chong. Gonna hit the ball. Beep beep bonk dong. That's about it. That's about it. I'm rapping. Preliminary. Oh, yeah, that's right. I did see that. You know, man, I kind of stopped playing it, dude. Happy 420. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. For the next minute. It's 420 on 420 in the year 420. No, it's like a 2, 4. Right? So it'd be like a 4, 2, 0, 2, 4. See, I just got high as shit. I gotta tell you, man, I am burnt out on Call of Duty. I was playing the fuck out of como se dice, DMZ. I think it's what we were playing. You know, you like you show up and you try to do some campaign, you try to do some activities, and then you make a break for the helicopter. Like that was fun, but I don't know. I felt like after a while I started to get kind of bored with it because it was the same map. Even if we had like the other maps, it still was just like I don't know. Like there was no change to it. You know, it was just like, yeah, no matter how much you do, you're always gonna be going back to fucking that town. As opposed to like Helldiver 2, where it's this ongoing conflict on different planets. You're clearing planets, you're moving on to other planets. Each planet has its own environment and bio and ecosystem and stuff. You know, some planets are super hot, some planets are cold, some planets look like jungles, some planets look like tundra. I mean, that's kind of fun. And also seeing how much you're affecting the overall battle with each drop. Man, fucking tried to drop last night. It was a total clusterfuck. Holy shit. Not a lot of communication. And then I had to boogie to go to that Griff thing. So is everybody baked? Is everybody baked? Yeah. Yeah. There's no zombies in Tarkov, is there? Was it Tarkov? I was playing DayZ for a little while. Is everybody baked? Who's baked? Is everybody nice and baked? What's up, Carol? Are you high, Carol? Oh, that's good. That's good. Ooh. Fuck, dude. Look at this number on that THC. You know, my guy will come and he'll like tell me the names and stuff, and it's just like, did you just make that? And he was like, hey man, I got some sugar cookies in there for you. Or hey man, I got some sunshine birthday cake in there for you. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, all right, man, thanks a lot, buddy. But really, I'm just like, you just fucking made that up. Like, what did you just have to eat before you came over here? That's what you fucking call this stuff. It's like, yeah, sweet titties. What? I mean, grilled cheese sandwich. Here, enjoy. Here, enjoy some grilled cheese sandwich. Is that what this is called? Yeah. All right. You should not get like a. You should really. It was just like, yeah, there's mids, and then there's highs. That's what it used to be. Mids was like brick dookie, you know, and then the highs was like greener stuff. It was clearly not like compact. It looked like the classic nugs, but the nugs nowadays, man, I think they're like machine trimmed or something. They just like throw the whole fucking plant into a machine and it like tumbles out all the nugs for them. You're not getting these like crazy. Remember High Times? You like flip through High Times and there'd just be like these photos of these crazy nugs with these iridescent, like gooey globs of whatever the fuck THC were like dripping off of them. It was the weirdest thing ever. But now, man, you're just kind of getting these like hard dried nugs and being told this is fucking medical grade. You're like, all right. It's just not as pretty as it used to be. It's almost like, yeah, like 10 years ago you were getting like craft beer. You were getting like beer that was like brewed next door. And now it's like you're just fucking getting Bud Light, you know? Actually, we're not getting Bud Light. What are we drinking right now? Miller Light? We got Miller Light in the house. Kind of passing on the beer though. I'm not kind of passing on drinking. Spencer reopened a few towns over. Oh shit. What's going on, Mike? Mike, you there? Mike?
Yeah,
What's going on, buddy?
plenty.
Yeah?
I hardly know where to start.
Little bites. Do you blaze?
Pardon?
Do you ever blaze? Do you ever
What do you mean?
do you party? Do you smoke weed at all?
I used to, but I haven't gotten high in about a year now, for various reasons. I have a medical marijuana license, which enables me to buy killer weed here at dirt cheap prices. I mean, like an ounce for $120, and it's like 25 to 48% THC. I don't know how that's possible, but it is. Um, and when I stopped using for health reasons, I was concerned that I would not be able to write because everything I had written for 30 years I did while under the influence of marijuana. But much to my delight, I found that my writing is unaffected. In fact, it's getting better, and that's not due to me stopping weed. It's just uh,
Yeah.
due to me gaining some wisdom and insight and learning things as I go along.
Right on. Yeah.
Do you still get high?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm high as
Yeah.
shit right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I got stuff here. I could pull it out, but I don't want to
Like I
flirt.
never had there's been like one of my first jobs, the owner was a big surfer pothead, so
Yeah.
like it wasn't really a big deal if you were kind of blazed while you were doing your work. Then you go to like some of these like football shoots, some of like the Super Bowl. I mean, it's just reeks of weed. Everybody's just blazing up.
Yeah.
Um
You get that when you go downtown here at Fort Collins.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't want to say the name, but like we picked up this producer because he wanted to do like some scouting around Atlanta. And as soon as he landed, he was like, "Does anybody have a bowl?" I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, man, I got one for you." He was like, "All right, great, thanks."
If if I have some old friends visit, I'll pull it out. We'll get high, but on my own, I just don't do it. And as I said, I used to think that I had to have it to be able to write, but I'm delighted to find that that's not the case. Writing is a little more like work now because one thing getting high did for me is it made the words just flow. Uh, it didn't seem like work. It's more like
Mhm.
work now, but I'm still getting it done, and I'm getting it done at the same pace I always have.
Yeah, it
Which
gives
which
me
reminds me,
it like focuses me down. I think I don't want to say I have ADHD, but like I could do a bong hit and then I'm at my desk for 7 hours straight. You know what I
are you
mean?
working?
Like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not working right now. I'm on the show, but I was working before the show, and I'll be working after the show. But yeah, man, because for a little while I like stopped smoking and was doing I had a prescription for Adderall, and it was making me just too aggressive. Matt Barr being too aggressive. Imagine that. Like I was a fucking werewolf on Adderall. Just I was the worst. And I was just trying not to smoke because it was illegal where it was. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, maybe let's try something legal. And it was just horrible. So I like switched back to smoking weed.
Well, 30 years ago, everybody was doing blow. Everybody. And I can't name names, but it was so common. It was so common back in the day. It just blows my mind as I haven't touched that shit in like 20 years. And
Yeah.
when I think about it, it gives me shudders. I mean, there's
I
no
don't know
law.
any good stories. No good stories end. You know what I mean? Like no stories that start with so I did some coke end very well.
Yeah, except for Florida man stories.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's just by the skin of a fucking giant
It was easy to
hogzilla.
get blow. Prater wants to know how easy it was to get blow. It was easy to get blow. I lived in Madison, Wisconsin,
Hmm.
and there were a lot of dealers there. It's just not a problem. I'm sure that scene has changed because my friends, a lot of friends who did it with me, they've stopped doing it too.
That shit'll burn a hole in your
Your
what's
septum
up? Yeah,
and your rectum.
I haven't seen that, but I'll take your word for it. But I did see a girl in college, a girl that was going to SVA. She like burned a hole like through her shit, and she had to go back
Yeah,
home. That was crazy.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Some
like,
bad
damn, how
stuff.
much is she fucking super tooting? Just
Yeah. Say,
Like a
Matt,
Hoover. Yeah.
uh, I got a campaign going on.
Yeah. You got a link for me?
Yeah, it's in the private chat. If you would be so kind.
Would you be so kind? Dude, that I just saw it pop up. That Nexus stuff is
It's
fucking
off the hook.
sick, dude. It's sick. It's inspiring for sure.
Thank you. I'm excited about it. It's one of the best stories I've ever written.
All right, this is Baron Comics right here.
That's it. The cinematic trailer.
Let's watch it.
An ancient evil, billions
Yeah,
of
that's
years
dope.
old, wages war on the universe. Entire star systems are vanishing without a trace, leaving devastation in their wake. Nexus, the intergalactic guardian of lost souls, must stop the unnameable terror and its expanding scourge of destruction. The totality of everything in existence will collapse upon itself if he fails. With the fate of the cosmos in the balance, Nexus must confront his most dangerous adversary yet.
Sorry.
Can he save created souls? Must stop the
This-
unnameable
Sorry.
terror.
I'm baked.
An ancient evil, billions
Is it
of
big
years
now?
old,
Yeah.
war on the
Okay.
universe. Entire star systems are vanishing without a trace, leaving devastation in their wake. Nexus, the intergalactic guardian of lost souls, must stop the unnameable terror and its expanding scourge of destruction. The totality of everything in existence will collapse upon itself if he fails. With the fate of the cosmos in the balance, Nexus must
Ooh,
confront
that was
his
dope
most
looking.
dangerous
That's
adversary
dope
yet.
looking.
Can he save creation from total and certain
Oh,
destruction?
look at that
Or
surfer
will
guy.
darkness reign supreme? Find out in Nexus Scourge, the all-new epic sci-fi adventure from Eisner-winning co-creator Mike Baron, exploding with Kelsey
What?
Shannon's
Look at that,
dynamic
dude.
artwork.
Damn.
Available now at BaronComics.com.
Thank you,
That was
Matt.
legit,
And
dude.
needless to say, people's heads are going to explode when they see Kelsey Shannon's art.
Dude. I could see it. I could see the Kelsey in a lot of spots. And I'm just like,
Oh, yeah.
oh my God. So this is kind of like the Galactus. Or is
Well,
he
years
like
ago, dude asked me, he said,
a
Mike, what's the
celestial?
ultimate Nexus story? And without even thinking, I said, Nexus versus Galactus. But we don't own Galactus. So I created my own. And he's
Mm-hmm.
called Gormando. And when you
Mm-hmm.
read this book, you will see a Galactus type character done 10 times better than Marvel could ever do it.
Look at the way he's doing that like gold surfer element right there. That is so dope, dude.
The surfer is his herald is called Gnosis, Gnosis, which is stands for knowledge in Greek.
Dude, that's so dope. And it's done?
It's done. It's ready to go to the printer.
Nice, dude. We're getting a yeah, it totally blew through. It's stuff. That's sweet, dude.
It's a book you're going to want to read over and over again. Nobody has ever disappointed in my books, at least not in the last 10 years, because I hit a threshold where I understand story. And I had an instinctive feel for story my whole life, which is why I was always able to write comics. But it took me 30 years to learn how to write a novel because I'm a slow learner. But when I get it, I get it. And what I mean by understanding story, you instinctively know what contributes to the story and what doesn't. And before you learn that, you're in danger of going down these tributaries and writing a bunch of words which you like, but they really don't advance the
Mm-hmm.
story, and the reader can sense that.
Wow, look at that. Very little, dude. So dope, dude. I can't wait.
Thank you, Matt. And
I can't wait. Yo, hey, you know that package that you sent me?
Yeah.
Dude, it showed up assed out. It showed up like in a trash bag with like sorry from the post office.
God damn it.
I'll
Was
send you
it
some I'll
damaged?
send this was fucking empty. It was
Oh,
like
really?
a manila envelope with our names and addresses. That was like folded up, empty, stuck in a plastic bag that said, "We're sorry" on the outside. Like that's what I got in the mail. So
I'll send you another one.
somebody's reading. I hope somebody's reading it, you know.
Well, the postal clerks with whom I come in contact out here are very good and very conscientious.
Hmm.
But once it gets outside of the city, all bets are off.
Yeah.
I've generally had good luck with the post office, but every now and then that happens, and it's irritating. Every now and then you'll read a news story like um, 2 weeks worth of postage found dumped in a ditch, postal employee arrested, stuff like that. It goes on.
We need that to be taken over by robots.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence. Anybody can write a story now with artificial intelligence, but again, it's the reader's going to sense immediately that it's bogus because it will lack the smack of authenticity that a real author gives it. I was surprised when I looked at some of my books on Amazon and they had AI reviews of them.
What?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Were
Here,
they any good?
yeah, they were. I'll tell you. I mean, they were aggregate reviews, but I'll show you what I mean. It's really funny. Here we go. Uh, go down here,
Echo?
down here.
Somebody's getting an echo? Is it me?
Mm, that ain't it.
Hello? What are you guys talking about in the chat? What are you talking about? Who's baked in the chat, by the way? I don't
There
hear
are a lot of
anything.
people in the chat. A lot of people.
This he's a good player. We got Hard R here. Mr. Hard R Stanley. Living the dream, playing the drums.
Here it is. Customers find the book series great, well written, and entertaining. They also appreciate the skilled use of free indirect discourse to get inside the characters. AI generated from the text of customer reviews. You know
Why would
what?
they do that? That's so
I don't know.
weird.
I think they're probably trying to offer service to the readers. Here, I'll just put that in the chat.
That's hilarious, dude. Beep boop beep 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 boop beep boop. Customers find the book series great, well written, and entertaining. They also appreciate the skilled use of fleshy brain free indirect discourse.
Felsbug Pat is deep into Bronze Star #2, which continues in the same vein, but no more werewolves. I can't give away the secret about what it's about, but
No
suffice it to
werewolves.
say, when I started to do research on the book, I just discovered. This is one of the things about being a writer. One of the unexpected delights is when you choose a plot or path or a milieu, and you start to do research on it. You
Mm-hmm.
learn things that you never knew existed, and they affect the story. You say, "Oh, that is so cool! Now I have to use that."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hear you. Do you have an example?
Well, I got my own examples. One of them is I wrote a novel for commission for a friend of mine. He has a nonprofit called Seawolves, and it's an organization that teaches boys how to be men by teaching them how to sail. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and it's real, and it's not as far fetched as it seems. because learning to sail takes discipline and a certain degree of risk and responsibility. So
Yeah.
it's a good organization. He wanted me to write a novel illustrating these principles, and he gave me a huge raft of material, including the characters and so forth. And he wanted to set it among the Apostle Islands in the Great Lakes. And one of his themes was that the Indians who had inhabited those islands in centuries past had left a series of secret scrolls, which the boys would discover and would add to their wisdom and their life story. But when I got to that part, I didn't find it credible because people have been traipsing over those islands for over 100 years, and any hidden Indian scrolls would long since have been discovered or rotted away. So
Hmm.
what happens is they're going across this island and they trip over a briefcase that's beginning to emerge from the mud, and they open it up, and it contains a letter from a Vietnam veteran to his family, apologizing to them, saying, "This is the best thing I can do for you. I no longer find life worth living, but when I returned from Vietnam, I brought a sapphire, and
Ooh,
I'm
okay.
giving you the sapphire." So and the reason I chose a sapphire is because I looked up Vietnam and I asked what rare gems are found there, and it turns out the sapphire is at the top of the list. And then I thought, well, where did the sapphire come from? And according to the veteran who killed himself, he drowned himself. That's what happened to him, and he was out of his mind. He was crazy. Why didn't he just hand the jewel over? Because he
Yeah.
was severely depressed and not in his right mind. But he acquired the jewel when they invaded what had been a French plantation. Now, the French took over Vietnam at the turn of the century, and they enslaved the natives to work their farms. And that's where the sapphire came from.
It's
So
rough.
the dilemma then became, well, for the kids, the boys say, uh, they try to return it to the family. They track the family down, and the family says, well, rightfully speaking, it belongs to the people of Vietnam. So they say, well, who can we turn it over to? Vietnam is now a communist country. So they go online and they find that there are Buddhist monasteries still operating. This is true, that the monasteries are independent, that the communist regime tolerates them. So they contact a monastery and they set up a Zoom call with one of the monks. And they start to explain to him what happened. And they say, we're willing to return the sapphire to you if you'll tell us how you'll use it. And they have a great deal of faith because the Buddhists are not greedy.
Hmm.
They're altruistic. They're not interested in building fourth and fifth mansions for themselves, like Western religious leaders.
Right. I gotta
So they
have my
work.
plane. I gotta have
So
an
they work
airplane.
out a deal, and they set up another Zoom call to discuss it. And in the middle of the Zoom call, they're talking to this Buddhist monk, and all of a sudden you hear marching feet in the background, and all these soldiers storm in. They grab the monk, they throw him to the floor, and they say, "You are under arrest for sedition, for talking to these traitors." And then they address the camera and say, "We don't know who you are, what's going on, but this is over." And then the screen goes blank. So they cannot return the sapphire to Vietnam, and it finally ends up in the hands of the family, uh, uh, the widow of the soldier who killed himself and his children. But it just led me down that path, and because of that, it affected the story a great deal, and for the better, I think. I mean, it's quite a revelation when you read the book. It'll grab you by the throat.
Mm. Yeah, that's right. That's nice. Yeah, it's nice that it has like it still rings true, as opposed to the scrolls, the Indian scrolls or whatever. I like that, dude.
Yeah, that happens a lot when I'm working on a novel, because I'm writing a novel now with Blaine Pardo. It's called Tenure, and it takes place in Portland. And it's about a history professor who refuses to use a student's preferred pronoun.
Uh-huh.
So they fire him, and then Antifa starts going after him, and they drive his wife off the road, and she dies. And then they order a SWAT hit on his family, and the FBI agents come in and they kill his daughter.
Jeez, that's rough. Hold on, let me get off camera and take another bong here. This is some rough stuff. Go ahead.
So, well, he is an ex-military guy. He's not one of these CIA assassins, but he's a trained marksman. And he never served in combat because once he signed up, they found out he could type 70 words a minute. And this is true. If you join the military and they learn that you can type 70 words a minute, you'll never see a second of combat because you'll be in so much demand at headquarters to type reports that they'll never let you go. That's true.
Really?
Yeah, but nevertheless, his military background is enough to encourage him to get a little payback, and that's what the book is about. And it's the first in a series. It's called Tenure.
Tenure.
Then we
Right
start
on, dude.
investigating all these parks and areas around Portland where he can meet with his agents because there are other like-minded people that are sick of what's going on. And it's stuff like that. You research it, what Antifa does and who they are, and what kind of weapons they use, and it's about how he systematically goes about going after the people that killed his family.
Mm. Antifa. Did you see that new Civil War movie?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Have you?
No. I've seen like mixed reviews, like people that I follow and then I listen to a lot. They're like, yeah, it's a total waste of time. Don't bother going to see it. And then
That
other
I've heard
people
that
are,
too. I don't know what to make of it.
yeah, I don't either. I don't either. I mean, if it comes on Amazon Prime, why not? I mean, or if it even if it just comes on Amazon, I'll rent it for $5. Fuck it. I'll watch it
I'll get it out of
um,
the library.
for free.
Yeah, I just finished watching Sisu. Have you seen that?
Is that the like the Norwegian guy killing the Nazis for the
Yeah,
gold?
yeah.
I still have not sat down and watched that yet. I
It
still
is
haven't.
it is off the hook. It begs credulity, but it's done with such a straight face and so well that you'll enjoy it.
All right, I'll have to watch it. We watched Nobody the other day, and
You know,
that was
y-
really funny because my book showed up. Rock and Roll Ninja. I got my comp copy, and I showed it to my wife, and she was like reading it. There was a lot of stuff that she hadn't like seen. She'd seen some of what I was drawing, but she hadn't seen a lot of it. And she was like, "Wow, there's a lot of like dismemberments and like beheadings
yeah,
and
that's
like."
why I sent you my
Ninja-
book, so you'd send me that, and so
Yeah,
I will
I'll
resend the
send you
books,
one.
Matt. And this time
I will.
I'll take measures to prevent any destruction.
Yeah, so she was like, "Look," she's like, "Wow, this is kind of gory." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's like it's not really meant to to be gory." And then like later on in the evening we watched Nobody and I was like, "It's kind of like this." Where it's just kind of like over the top cartoony violence. Like it's not meant to like it's almost like Kill Bill.
Yeah, well, you know
You're
that's
not
what
meant to be like, "Oh my gosh, it's just like it's like live action cartoon." If that makes sense.
that's the problem with Nobody. I enjoyed it until the end when they're mowing down hundreds of nameless, faceless assassins. And
Yeah.
I always love those revenge stories, and I like those stories where the victim turns out to be an ex CIA assassin. There are so many of them; it's ridiculous. Like The Mother, starring J Lo, that's a good one. But anyhow, the king of all those movies, the best, is The Equalizer, starring Denzel Washington. Everything
Ooh. See,
about it is
I like Denzel Washington's, but I like him in Man on Fire.
that's one of my favorite movies.
Dude,
I can't tell you how
that is
often
the
I've
shit.
watched that. Yeah,
Dude, everything I love everything about that movie.
it's
Here comes
yeah.
Hard R. Dude, everything about that movie is dope. The acting, of course, but then also like how they use the subtitles and how they're using like the words and stuff and like some if he says something in poor Spanish, it'll be like kind of blurry. His like that was
Yeah.
really cool. Like why I was like, oh shit, they're taking
That's
it to like a visual as well as like the storytelling. And then he's just fucking wrecking people. Denzel Washington is
Yeah.
everybody's like awesome black uncle who just fucking wrecks everybody, dude.
Also, Equalizer 3 is just as good.
He shot that guy in the ass right off the bat. Just like, hey, before the credits run, let me go ahead and blow this guy's ass cheek off. Boom. No more ass cheek.
Well,
Okay.
Sniper, I'm going to let you take it from here.
Well, actually, it was nice to meet you, Mike. Even though
Thank
it's been brief, but yeah, I just backed the book. It looks great.
Thank you,
So
sir.
I'm just glad. Yeah, thanks for letting me on, Matt. I just wanted to say hi.
Yeah, man. I saw
Yeah,
you.
and
back the
thanks,
book.
Matt, for having me on and indulging me. I'll get those books off to you next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this book. You don't have to worry about sending another
know.
one like Russia.
I know.
I'm
I
gonna
just,
send you one of these 3.
That's fucked up, though. Like the mailing stuff. Like, what happened with that?
government.
The government. Yeah.
All
They
right.
almost need like later on, Mike. Thank you.
See
Later,
ya.
bro. Later.
They almost need like a little eagle down in the corner of it, like shrugging his shoulders, like sorry. You know,
My bad.
like a
We'll
little
do
Fallout Pet Boy. Yeah, like my bad. Womp womp. Sometimes
Oh.
we hit whammy. You know.
A DeWammo. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you really wanted them to have it, you should have drove it. Sorry, U.S. Mail.
Actually, I worked for UPS for a little while. At one point, I saw how the shit gets done, so to speak.
You saw the sausage getting made.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Yep.
Well, first off, happy 420.
Yeah, bro.
Are
Fucking
you
A,
baked, bro?
man.
Are you
I
baked,
am
bro?
baked. Yeah, I'm pretty baked. Oh, shit.
Good.
It's been a long like couple days, right? I don't know. I feel like the last couple days, I don't know. It's been a tough couple days for me anyway.
What? Just like
Life.
Comicsgate shenanigans or
Well,
life?
that too. Well, I guess that too. That fucking Alyssa McCrill is still like spurging about me, like in on whatever you call it, Twitter. I'm like, what the fuck? People, I'm getting posts from people, and I'm like, what is this guy talking about? And he's all up in like Shane, John, EVS is like DM. Yeah, well, not his DMs, but like posting on their streams, like talking
Deep in
mad
the
shit.
chats.
Yeah, he's just
deep in
talking
the
mad
chat.
shit, and I'm like, I don't even give a fuck, I find out like 5 days later when someone's like, "Hey, did you see this?" I'm like, "Wait, what?" Like, no, But I've been in some shit, I guess, the last week or so. Again with EVS, like you would imagine, but
Yeah,
par
I'm
for the course.
surprised that he like didn't block you. Like you guys are like on streams fucking going at each other. Like he was just like,
Dude.
"You're done, faggot," and he just like blocked me.
Yeah. Well, with you, I think it's different. You're an artist. Like, there's a different level there. I'm like a dude in the chat who was a supporter. And look, I still think Ethan's a good artist. I'm not sitting here talking shit about Ethan's art because I don't think that's fair, But
Oh no, but I mean, you could totally like separate the person from the art,
yeah, and that's the thing. I've had it, and I went on Shane's stream, and to be honest with you, I don't know if people. There was about 700 people in the chat, but like, I didn't go on there. Ethan wasn't even on there. When I came on, it was Mint Salad, fucking the Apple Pits guy. Shane put the link out, so me, I had a few drinks. I'm like, fuck it, I'll hop on. We'll bust balls, have a good
he
time.
put the link in the chat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not in any.
Oh,
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
because,
yeah.
I don't watch Shane. I got nothing against Shane, but I don't watch him.
No, Shane's.
But I saw that
I like
clip.
Shane.
You know what I'm saying? I saw that clip, and it was like, wow, look at that fucking carnival lineup. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's the thing, and I've learned this now. I'm learning because I'm not a streamer. I don't do this like professionally or anything, but people can take anything and clip it and just twist it how they want to twist it. You have to like a lot of these streams go on for hours, and it's like somebody will say like, "Oh, well, you said this and Ethan owned you here." I'm like, "Yeah, but dude, did you see like 20 minutes later when I said that?" It's like it's tough because people can take whatever they want, clip it and spin it, and then post it online, and it's like, oh shit, and then you got every motherfucker in the comment.
it's fucking tough.
That's the problem. I know. I'm learning.
You have
I'm
to
learning.
keep focusing on like moving forward. right?
Yeah.
Like whatever happened or that you did, you're like fuck it. Like if somebody will like try to pull you down by calling you out shit that you've done while
Dude, I
they're
mean,
not doing anything, you're trying to do something,
dude,
you know.
look, if you hang around here long enough, like, dude, we're all human. We're all gonna say stupid shit. Like at the end of the day, it's like the same thing with like guilt by association. It's like, I'm in a ton of fucking streams, man. It runs the whole gamut. Anybody could hate me for being on any given stream or in the chat
Mhm.
or like whatever.
Yeah,
At the
but
end of the
nobody's gonna
yeah.
get mad. Nobody's gonna get mad that like nobody's gonna assume that I'm the same think as you because you're on this chat with me or
Well,
you're on
that's
the
what I'm
stream with me,
saying, dude. Like, I
right?
think, dude, even when I don't agree with you, Matt, I still like you and I respect you. So it's like, and that's the thing. Like, I I deal with this at work, like with people at work. It's like that one thing you disagree with, like they fucking hate you forever. It's like you're dead to them. And I've never been one of those people that have been like that. Like, I don't know. And that's when I say I have thick skin. I can get in. People say, "Oh, you spurg out all the time." I'm like, "Well, yeah, well, maybe, but at the end of the day, like, I don't, I don't know, man. I have thicker skin than that, and that's where I think a lot of people actually are snowflakes because they can't get beyond just disagreeing on something. That doesn't mean I hate you, right? I'm just
Yeah.
vocalizing my opinion. That doesn't mean, if I say I fucking hate you, well, then I fucking hate you. That's different. But there's people who can't make those clear, they can't I'm fucking big. They can't make that clear distinction between the two, and it's tough. You're online, you're typing shit, things get lost in between just because you're not talking, you're typing, it just becomes it can become a mess. I'm learning, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a learning curve to it, dude.
totally.
And
Yeah.
I'm baked as well.
I'll tell you, the only thing I have going for me is like I said, I'm not like I'm not a streamer. I'm not a creator. I'm just some dude in the chat. So I can come in here and nuke myself and like whatever, like nothing's gonna happen, But for people
Yeah.
who, yeah, for people who are trying to sell stuff and, have a I hate to say the business reputation, right? Because I mean, that's what it's really about. It's tough. It's tough. It could definitely be tougher,
You just gotta
Fuck.
you just stick with your fucking principles, I think.
That's
Like
what you
I'm
have
not
to
I'm
do. I
and
know.
I
Yeah, yeah.
like I know my principles are pretty wide, but there are certain things that I'm just like, no, thank you. And um my humor, dude, goes up to like Blazing Saddles. Like that's about as racy as it gets. And
I go
anything
about
past that,
Chappelle. I'm about Chappelle for me, you know,
I
with
hear you.
humor.
No, I like
Yeah,
Chappelle. I think
yeah, yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. You know the
yeah,
subject that
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah,
about. I
yeah.
don't want to say the word. I don't want to like give fuel to the fire, but you know what I mean? I'm just like, as you know, lots of stuff could be funny, but as soon as you start talking about that, I'm just like, yeah, that's not really that funny. So, yeah, I stick with the principles and I go to bed and I go to bed like a baby. You know what I'm saying, Gooch? What's the deal, dog?
What's going on? What's
What's up,
happening?
bro?
Happy
Long
420.
time no see. Yeah, happy
I
420.
know.
It's been a while.
I know. I was supposed to be on your show
Yeah.
about the
Well,
scavenger's reign.
something happened and you couldn't make it. No, I'm not gonna. We'll have to get you on there, man. So
Yeah, because I watched the show. I was like, oh, let me make sure I like catch up. And then like I saw that I had like gone way past that episode because I had like when it first came out, I watched a whole bunch of episodes in one shot, and then I stopped watching, and then I came back, was like, oh, I wonder if I did get to like episode 5, and I'd gone to like 8 or 9 or something like that. But I went back and watched 5 again, and man, that shit is
well, I'm doing the thumbnail right now for episode 7. So jump on for that one.
Yeah, I gotta hop on too. I noticed you were backing me up in a few of those streams I was in with Ethan, by the way.
who?
Jay,
Yeah,
I was there.
I think you were. Yeah, I remember seeing you saying something, but
I don't watch CBS. I don't watch.
No. We were on
you?
Finatras. We were on Finatras. You were in
I'm eating.
Finatras,
Oh,
I think.
okay. Well, maybe. I can't remember. I just like I avoid all that garbage
No,
now.
dude, I was
Like,
getting so much shit. It was like
I'm
seeing somebody who
I
was really
totally don't
passionate. I was like,
remember.
thanks, bro.
I don't
Yeah.
remember what you're talking about. Who are you? Stanley? What? I don't remember you from like our total like hour long interaction on Finatras. I don't remember you. Who are you now? It's like, what are you doing, dude? Stop fucking wasting people's time with this shit.
Yeah, that's he does that a lot.
I'm eating wings. I'm eating wings. I'm eating my 5th fucking set of wings for today.
I just don't. I really just don't care for any of it. I just don't understand why you're destroying the brand you're trying to promote. Like it just makes no sense to me. It really makes no sense to me. So, well, to each their own. So,
Yeah. It's tragic, really.
no, it's not. It's they know better. They know better. Like it's stupidity. That's what it is. Like for like someone who's like, and say what you want, but Ethan is a very smart businessman. But for him to attack for anyone in the comic industry, they attack each other, like especially indie comics, is ridiculous.
It's very unself-serving. Yeah.
Yes, it totally. It's I don't even get it. Like it's it's like, okay, yeah. You might be gaining in the short term, but on long term, people are going to be like, I don't trust that guy. I don't want to be with that guy, and
And that's what happens. Well, that's what happens.
Yep.
I think we've seen a peak in CG. I think CG peaked around 2020, 2021. Around the pandemic, everybody had a little extra money. Everybody was at home. Everybody was buying shit. And then things kind of, gradually devolved. I don't know where we're at right now, And I'm not anti-CG. I hear all this other goddamn bullshit. I'm just calling it like I see it, man. Balls and strikes.
Well, what was the original call out for Comicsgate? What was the original like call to arms? It was like, hey, we're fucking, our books aren't being heard, or we don't have a place to be heard with our books, and so everybody went out for several years and they started going to Indiegogo and Kickstarter. We have like outlets. So did Comicsgate not win? Is it done?
I don't think it's done.
I'm not saying done. I'm not saying I'm getting out, but you know what I'm saying? Like, is it won? Is it, are we doing exactly what we wanted?
It's a gut check time. It's a gut check time. Yeah.
It's hypocritical because they sit there and promote anti, agenda, anti politics, but yet all they do is talk politics. That's all they do.
I know. It's politics. Not really about the comics, man. That's the problem lately.
That is the problem.
Yeah.
And I've never said, I've never come on any stream and said, hey, I'm CG. I don't label myself with anything. I don't care who the fuck you are, I don't label myself anything. I'm just me and I'm doing my thing. I don't need to be labeled with shit. I don't need to be pronounced. I don't need any of that. I just, I'm watching this all unfold and I just sit back and laugh. Like it's self-destruction. So.
Well, you know what it is? I've noticed CG is becoming more of a social, it's a social like YouTube streaming thing. They're becoming what they hated, right? Like they're becoming what they hated. It's more about streaming and drama and not the books. And it's about live viewers and super chats. Like they're becoming like fucking, am I, you know what I mean? Like that's what it, I mean, I don't know. There's a healthy balance between the two, I think.
Ethan's has an unreal talent. He's an unbelievable artist, unbelievable comic book creator. Like I said, he's very intelligent. He does these Trumpisms. He knows how to, play the crowd. He plays victim a lot. Like he does. He's smart. He's very tactical.
Marketing Ethan is an excellent marketer, and that's basically what he does at the end of the day. Yeah, he is good at that. It's becoming to a point though where it's you have a healthy balance between like books and talking comics and then just like bitching about Eric July. You know what I mean? Or like,
Well, that's just
yeah,
jealousy.
yeah.
That's all that is. That's
Oof,
someone
that's when I turned off. Like Trash Cash, Trash Cast 50, Eric July, or like Tom Midnight's Edge is tweeting him and he's showing tweet. Like, dude, I don't need like maybe other people like that. That's fine, you know. But like I said, that's not what CG is, and that's just
Mhm.
drama shit.
Well,
Like that's
can't
all.
you can't sit there and say we're a community, and then all of a sudden you turn around and say, well, first of all, you buy the trademark. So once you did that, the game over because now someone owns it, and there goes that family vibe of working together and pushing out comics. Secondly, you can't sit there and say we're a community. Now we're changing the game up where CG's only John, Ethan,
I
Cecil,
noticed. Yeah,
and
CG's reduced now.
and
Yeah.
Shane.
It's
And those
just
are the
them, and
four.
we're all supposed to be raging that they got kicked from some
Yeah.
con, and it's like the whole time he's like, "Hey, I don't get into anybody's drama." Okay, well, you not listening or reading this fucking contract sounds like that's your drama.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like
So-
everybody else. Like you're calling for fucking Friday Night Tights to like get involved
Yeah.
after you've been
Well-
shitting on them. After you've been shitting on like a bunch of people, like earlier in the week, it was like calling people posers and shit. And it's like now you want people
That's
to be
not
like
gonna work
rallying
well for you.
around you. Like, yeah,
They get way bigger numbers. Like that's not going to work.
build
out
your own
in the long run.
platform,
Yeah.
right? Build your own platform, but also come defend mine. Like that's fuck
Yeah.
out of here. Like
Come to the church of CG, and that's exactly what it is. They're a bunch of hypocrites, and I hate to say that, but like because I get along with them. I've never had a bad interaction with them, but like when you start saying these things, it puts a sour taste in people's mouths. So I'd like if Ethan wanted to talk about it, I'd still talk to him. I have nothing against the guy. He's never said anything evil about me or mean about
He called me a
Like,
fucking horrible human being.
well,
Oh shit.
I mean,
I'm kidding. No.
well, I
there's
don't. I don't.
times that I've like I've clearly wanted to talk to Ethan like off the fucking stream. You know what I mean? Like I'd like to just fucking talk to you for a second. Not like I'd like to have a sit down. None of that bullshit. I'm not demanding anything, but it was like, dude, can I talk to you about this? And instead, he was like, no, I think I'd rather like try to sandbag you on my stream. So
That's
it's
the
like,
thing. That's
like,
what happened.
Because that's
dude.
going to get more views. That's going to get more.
That's what
super
happened.
Like
chats.
all the
on
shit
sh-
we could have talked
yeah.
about, we could have talked about off stream, off camera, or whatever, even if it was just in DMs. But instead, it's like, no, let me have you on, and then let me also bring on mint salad that you didn't know. You know what I mean? That you didn't know was going to come on, and let me try to fucking, it was just like, what the fuck, bro? He's fucking.
No,
retarded.
I hear you. I hear you. He came out, dude. I'm convinced he was lurking in Shane's stream. He saw me come on, and then he came on just to fucking pick a fight. I think that's what happened.
What's going on? Oh, I'm just eating my fucking wings. What?
Wings? Where's
Dude,
the
actually,
wings?
yeah,
What?
Ethan was eating some wings on the stream, and to be honest with you, I've been thinking about wings ever since I heard that clip the first time.
Wait, he was eating wings on a stream? Like
On like a fucking ASMR, like a fucking. Hey, this is Ethan. This is Eaton Van Sciver here.
When at the race thing?
No, I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know what
okay.
he was. I don't know what he was eating at the race. Fucking
Everything.
fucking tires. They were giving him fucking used tires to chew on until they got to a fucking catering table.
They said they stopped Cecil from going to the there's like a complimentary like buffet of like hot dogs and turkey sandwiches and all that.
Cecil was about to put on some fucking weight. He was like, "Hey!"
Like he kept going back.
It is
Like,
what it is.
that's
Right?
enough.
That's what
That's
that table's
enough.
there for.
No more.
I mean, if I was Ethan, I'd be like, "Well, I did pay a good, $10,000, so go ahead and hollow out your leg and pack it with hot dog." Go for it.
Jeez.
Right? You ever heard that? Be like, "Yo, man, you see that he got crab legs? Oh shit, we're gonna hollow out a leg."
I've never heard that. I like that though. Immediately, I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, like if you
I'd
had a
do it.
fake leg, you'd like pop your fake leg off and just start packing that shit with hot dogs or crab legs or
Yeah.
Gouda cheese or fucking buffalo wings, whatever. And then you put the leg back on.
I could go with some buffalo wings right now.
Yeah.
I'm baked. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What is the best food when you're baked?
Oh
Like, what is
man,
it
that's a
when
tough
I'm
one.
so
That's a
fucking
tough
baked?
one.
Something
Yeah.
spicy, some
Oof.
crunchy.
I like tacos, man. I'm a taco guy. I make bomb ass tacos.
With what kind of meat? You
I
put
use
meat in it?
ground beef for the most part, but sometimes I'll use some steak or I'll mix it up with some chicken. But usually it's just ground beef. Yeah.
Mm.
Pizza.
Pizza, of
Pizza.
course.
Pizza.
Yeah.
When
That's
you
like
bake.
number 2. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like cold pizza. I like cold pizza from the day before.
Yeah, me too.
I'm okay with that.
Ooh,
I'm
dude,
okay
I'm
with that.
almost like cold pizza. That's like breakfast. That's like
It
breakfast.
is. I
material
was
right
gonna
there,
say
dude.
breakfast. Yeah.
There's something about the sauces and the meats and stuff. Everything is like congealed. It's cold.
It
All right.
it depends. Like it has to be like a good place. Like that's the thing too. Like what, Matt? You're in New York now, or you were in New York.
I
for a
was,
while, right?
yeah.
Okay, so like obviously there's like a million pizza places in New York. So it's
Yes.
like my town's not obviously like not New York. Like there's like 10,000 people here maybe, but it has like at least like a dozen different pizza places at
Dude,
like
oh,
almost any
dude.
time.
Dude, I'm in Federal Hill near Providence in Rhode Island. Like, there's a ton of fucking pizza places. It's disgustingly good.
So, but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. There's like some places are like the good one, and like
Mhm.
some places it's like the pizza
Yeah,
is not good if it's the next day.
yeah,
Some places
yeah.
Yeah.
You
There's like okay. Yeah. So like on that day there was like I think it's called Nepaltino pizzas where it's almost like a dough dish, right? Like the crust is almost like a kind of a dish and then everything is like put inside that. So like the meats and the cheeses and everything and then it's put into the the fire kill, the fire bake oven, but it kind of comes out so it has like a bigger crust, around it, and it's a little bit more puffier. Oh,
is it like the cheese is over the crust, like a thick crust or thin crust?
It fluffs up. It has like the
Okay.
bubbles and stuff.
So it's
starts
crunchy.
to-
It's crunchy, but it's got that air, so it's like puffy.
Yes.
It's fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the inside, it's just like different kinds of like fresh mozzarellas and stuff. But it's like,
Dude,
it's not
I'm
like,
fucking
it's like
hungry. You're
chunks of
killing
it.
me right now.
Mozzarella with like bay leaves and some olive oil drizzled onto the crust. So you're getting
Listen to this evil fuck.
as soon as you said I was hungry, I started adding bay leaves.
Oh yeah,
drizzling the olive oil on it. The
freshly
extra
grated
slutty-
Parmesan.
Yes. Yeah.
What's
We're not
okay? What's
talking that shit.
what's
Maybe a
your
little nutmeg on there.
you can only have like one topping for pizza besides cheese, right? Like we'll just say you get cheese as a free
Cheese is
gimme.
a given, right?
Right.
I'm
Is
a
the sauce a
pepperoni.
given?
Is the what
Is
now?
the sauce,
yeah,
is the sauce a given as well?
Sauce
Yeah.
Like
cheese.
red sauce, cheese, and then one
One
item for the
topping.
rest of your life?
Right.
Pepperoni. That's me. I'm old school.
Yeah, double pepper.
Yeah.
I'm old school.
Pepperoni.
Yeah.
That's hot.
You
Like,
know, it's hard to
Sorry.
order. Yeah, it's hard to order. I'm always like, you know what? I'll get the pepperoni. Fuck it.
I'll
Think
get
all
the
these other
pepperoni.
kinds.
see, I always try to go with like the hipster crushed pepper flakes, man. But like like
You could always
I don't
add
think
that
like in-
shit later when you get home, though. Like you could have
But
like
what-
that
No,
shit,
he's
you know?
talking about some sort of like
one
fucking.
topping. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you can only add one thing. You can't
Oh, yeah,
also
yeah.
add pepper flakes or extra
Gotcha,
Parmesan.
gotcha.
You've been
Gotcha.
abducted by aliens. You are in the ship. They're reading your mind. They're like, I wonder what this fucker eats. And they're about to read your mind. And that's like, you're like, oh shit, they're reading my mind. I got a chance for one more item. And it's pepperoni. And
Yeah.
Mr. Ben is going, fucking pepper flakes. And that's what they eat. That's what they give to you on their way to the fucking black hole.
Just pepper flakes for life. Too.
Pepper
Like,
flakes.
Just here he is. That's what
You're
his favorite
asshole.
food was. Pepper flakes.
That would be scary.
What's
I
going
like,
on, Matt? Like this is like what, like fucking
It's 420, dog.
First Kill fucking closes out tonight, right? Is that what I saw?
Does it?
I think
Does
so.
it?
I thought I saw fucking Zach say that on the bullshit. You know.
I know there's gonna be a second campaign, a second chance campaign, right? For Rock and Roll Ninja.
I don't know. you're a butt. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Well,
I
I
thought-
talked to him in emails and stuff, and sometimes
Okay.
I'm not all caught up on his videos. So sometimes he'll like say something, you know,
Well,
in
shit.
an
Let me
email,
look.
and then within an hour he'll like make a
He's
video.
gonna find
about it.
out before you right now.
Yeah. So I'll be like talking about something in an email, and then like an hour later, like Billy Asco used to be like, "Yo, man, so I heard about this shit." I'm like, "What the fuck? Where'd you hear that?" Oh, he said it in a video. I was like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "Yeah."
It's like
So this is like breaking news then. Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Okay. So yeah, there you go. Breaking news. The first Kill Indigo Kill campaign will close. Now you know. At midnight? That's what he says.
Nice.
And that's what I'm saying. That's you drew the First Kill.
I
comic book.
drew one portion of it. I
Right.
drew one portion of it, like 6-page joke story.
Okay.
Right. So Chuck Dixon had heard this funny story, this funny antidote. Is that the right word for it?
Yes.
In Vietnam. And they were like, "Oh, that's a pretty funny story." And we kind of like massaged it into a Rambo story, and and put that in there. So it was like a moment to be like kind of funny, but I got to draw Rambo's last time he smiles,
That's
and
dope.
I got to draw his first kill in country.
Yeah, well, I mean that's yeah, I could see that
And-
just slip my mind. You know, that's always happens.
But
Get to draw.
I'm only like one, you know, I'm only like one of like 3 or 4 other artists, and I think I got like the smallest part. But I'm psyched on it, dude. I'm psyched that it's
what I'm
getting
saying.
out.
You're like-
Absolutely. Fuck yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like you're in with fucking Sylvester Stallone's Rambo
Yeah.
comic.
Dude,
Like
I want Sylvester. I'm gonna hit this bong off the camera. I want Sylvester Stallone to get a copy of Rambo First Kill, and then I want him to get a copy of Rock and Roll Ninja. Yeah.
right on. Does he
And I
do
want him
like
to make a fucking? I want him to make a movie out of it. I'd be like, "Yo, dude, just 50 mil, bro. It's just 50 mil. Let's do 50 mil. Let's make a movie. Let's make a ninja movie, dude. 50 mil. Come on."
That's what I'm saying. Does he do like He doesn't do conventions and shit, does he? I don't think. Sylvester Stallone?
So,
No. No.
I don't
He's too
think
old.
so. I don't
No
think
way.
so.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's ever. Same thing. Like I don't like Arnold doesn't do. Like some guys are just they're not.
The only conventions Arnold does is the bodybuilder ones.
Right. He's just,
Yeah, the Arnold Classic or the Mr. Olympia.
Right. He's got he actually owns one and has invested in a couple of others. So he shows up.
okay. Yeah,
dude.
that's what I'm saying, man. That's
To your point, which is a good idea for Stallone, Wesley Snipes and them to snatch up some of these just like Arnold owns these weightlifting conventions. Why don't they just open up an event, maybe not a convention, but to their property? Blade. Wesley Snipes is Blade, right? And then Sylvester Stallone owns all these action IPs. Rocky,
Action
Dolph,
Con.
Rambo. Right.
Right?
the whole
That's what I'm
Rocky
talking
thing.
about.
Yeah, that's I forgot.
Yeah.
That's
Not
a
just
whole
Rocky.
story in its own. Him like getting the Rocky movie made. Like
Do you know how many action heads are out there? There's nothing for them.
Action heads.
Fucking Yeah, Van Damme to Steven Seagal. Everyone laughs at Steven Seagal, but you know you were watching that shit back in
Of
the day.
course, yeah,
You
absolutely,
were watching that shit
absolutely,
back in the
yes.
day.
Guilty as charged.
Fucking love that one when he went up against
I
the
still watch it.
Jamaicans.
Yeah.
Remember that? I love that one.
Dude, I remember what was it? Under Siege. That was a big
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Was
with
that Steven Seagal?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was.
With
Man,
Man,
Tommy
that was
Lee-
like
Tommy Lee
that
Jones.
was the
Tommy
last, that
Lee
was the
Jones.
last fucking Steven
And
Seagal movie
Gary
that was really
Busey.
good.
It's crazy
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
Marked for Death was a good one. And what was the other one he did? Fuck. Steven Seagal.
Time to
That was
Kill.
the one, I think.
Yeah,
Time to Kill,
yeah.
yeah.
Hard to Kill. Right? Hard to Kill?
Yeah.
Was it Hard to Kill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when
Those-
they blow him away, and then he like wakes up from a coma with a beard and shit. And you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
like
With the
That
chick
scene.
from Weird Science. That chick. Yeah.
Bridget.
No. no.
Not
Kelly
Bridget
LeBrock.
Fonda.
Kelly
Oh,
LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock, yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly
was hard to
LeBrock. Kelly LeBrock.
He did pick some fine, leading ladies. I'll give him that.
So if you do meet
He smashed
Stallone,
them all.
if you do meet Stallone, Matt, make sure you run that by him. Be like, hey, you know what would make you a lot of, if not money, but generate a lot of hype for all your future endeavors and stuff? A fucking action con. You
Yeah.
already got Expendables.
Maybe he's
right?
just
You got-
chilling. Maybe he just doesn't want to. Maybe he's, I don't know.
Well,
But
he
yeah.
might.
Did you
might put
see
you in-
that Samaritan?
I just want my fucking. I don't know if I want to like make or get involved in making a con for other
No,
people.
no. But that would
Some high shit. I don't want to work that much.
that well, you want your rock and roll ninja to go in. That would
Fuck yeah.
that would make you someone
like a rock and roll ninja
Remember-
theme park.
right? You'll remember that.
Oh
shit.
lordy day. Maybe just a small portion of Six Flags could be called rock and roll ninja.
Yeah, like rock and roll ninja land.
Yes. Do it. Yeah. Make it happen.
So now that
No, I
it's
think
out,
that shit would be funny as shit. It would be a really funny movie, like Buckaroo Banzai meets Kill Bill with some ninjas, and then
Dude, yeah. If you think about it, yeah.
and then be done, and then we'd go make the sequel, and it'd be funny. It's not fucking Rosebud, It's not fucking. It's not The Godfather, but I think it would be fun and entertaining.
Well, creative and original and different, which is hard to come by these days.
But also
right?
familiar. You know what I mean? Like people like rock and roll. People love fucking,
Right. Yeah.
And I don't think like late 70s rock era has really been like touched. You know what I mean? Like
Not
nobody-
as
like,
much
everybody's-
lately. Yeah,
Yeah,
in the 90s
right?
a little bit, but not now. Yeah, this is like 30 years or later, You had
Mhm.
Dazed and Confused and shit, like the mid 90s. There was a classic rock
Mhm.
revival.
Yeah. Yeah, I was reading the script for the sequel, dude. It's gonna be dope. Anyways, I'm gonna smoke some more. Not talk about- because I'll
I got to
start-
pack a bowl.
Yeah, I gotta figure out who.
I'm spilling my bean juice.
Uh-oh.
What?
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
This is one. Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit. Hold on. Here, let me turn this off. Let me figure this out.
You're down Tuesday, Matt?
I'm down for Tuesday.
Episode, what did I say? 7?
And it's at like 9?
10 your time.
Yeah, I'm down. You like pina coladas?
Rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett, by the way.
What you fucking say?
He died.
You're
dude.
lying. You're lying.
He died.
That was like a
man.
while
Stop
ago.
lying, dude. You're all fucking with me. Stop.
Oh,
All right. I'm
I
at
hate
bar.
to-
I have
oh,
feelings. Don't fuck with me like this. Really?
Yeah.
Is Jimmy Buffett dead?
Yeah, he died, man. Yeah,
Hold on.
he died. Oh,
Oh man.
he was a good guy, man. I like
What
Jimmy.
a bummer. He had some really good restaurants.
I know. I just harshed your mellow. You know, I didn't mean it.
I mean, we all peace out. You know, nobody's getting off this rock alive. But
Wait,
damn,
is he not dead?
what?
I don't know. Now I'm confused.
I'm
It's
pretty
Steven
sure.
Seagal that's dead. It's not Jimmy Buffett.
Wait, what?
we go.
Hold on. What?
Evil
I'm
lives
looking this
long,
shit
man.
up. No. Oh, wait.
Steven Seagal died from poisoning from the dye that he was using on his head.
On
It
his
seeped
hair.
into his fucking
I
skin
met
and
Steven
into his
Seagal.
brain.
I'm looking at it
Did you
right
meet
here.
him
Jimmy.
or clone?
Well, I don't know because he was so orange. I didn't know if it was actually him. Oh God!
Wow.
Oh,
Like he was just like so spray tanned. It was just like
You look like a
And he-
tangerine man.
yeah, and so heavy. Like he's just like
Oh yeah.
Could you go to him and be like, "Hey, we would like to hire your likeness, but not you right now. Like we're
He
gonna
was
take
talking
your
about
old
it.
movies and we're gonna
I'll see if I
scan
can
the
get the
fuck out of
video.
them.
I
We're
think I
gonna
have a video.
make another movie with like your face. Is that okay?"
He was talking about the Bruce Lee because everyone was bringing up the Bruce Lee in that Tarantino film
Mhm.
and how they portrayed Bruce Lee and what's his name, Gene LaBelle, and how that fight went down. And it was like it never happened. Bruce Lee was never like that.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee was actually more of a pacifist than anything.
That's the worst.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, if you remember, not to be like, well, actually, but
Actually,
actually, like that whole scenario of him, but actually,
Yeah.
that whole scenario of Brad Pitt meeting Bruce Lee was like all in his fucking head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it wasn't even really Bruce Lee. It was like this dude sitting there, probably fucking high as we are right now, and was like, "Should I go to that job?" And starts thinking about, man, I might get into a fucking fist fight with Bruce Lee. Then laughs and then gets back onto the roof and like doesn't go over there. Right? So it's like that was what I was thinking. It's like it's this guy's
Yeah.
like
yeah.
thought of Bruce Lee in that moment and
That-
then losing his fault, like getting fired. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same thing as Inglorious Bastards, right? It's a reimagining of what could have happened in the mind of.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Inglorious
yeah.
Bastards
That was a great movie.
and that they're both alternate fucking histories like a motherfucker.
And that
Yeah,
you saw
yeah.
his
Which
other
isn't
one.
bad.
No, not at all.
The Marilyn Manson one or Charles Manson one.
Yeah. The Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. I
That
don't know
was
how I
so
felt.
dope. Because you know, dude, like we're watching this movie, and there's just this undertone of dread through the whole fucking movie. Because you know, at the end, that
Right.
this pregnant chick is gonna get butchered, or you know, you assume that that's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? You're like
Eaten.
watching them party, and yeah, like oh my
Barbecued.
god, they're gonna get totally fucked up, perforated. But then you know the movie ends completely opposite. It was awesome. You're like
Right.
whoa, you're like yeah, it's a good ending. It's a happy ending. It ends with a happy ending. It's kind of funny.
$5.
I like it. I was a little pissed off when I went to go see Inglorious Bastards the first time because I was
I
like,
don't think
"This
I've
is love
seen that
story
one.
shit."
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a
I
great.
don't think
that's a
I've
good
watched
one.
that one.
That's a good
Like,
one. Yeah.
I
yeah.
wanted more of like the Stiegler. You know what I mean? Where they like showed the dude's name across the screen and they were like just showing him fucking just like killing people. I like wanted to see them collecting the scalps.
The
You know,
opening-
like it would have been dope
yeah.
if they had like a little like counter at the top of the
Yeah,
screen.
yeah,
You know, every time somebody got killed, it'd be like bing, bing,
Yeah,
42,
yeah.
bing, 59.
I'll give you that. That's fair enough. That
That would have been dope,
yeah.
but it's like no. Suddenly, it's like a Jewish girl hiding with like her black boyfriend in a movie theater. You know what
Well,
I mean?
that's
It was just
different.
like,
Well, yeah, I'll tell you what. The
not that I have a
openings-
problem with that movie, but it was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, that's not really what I was like signing up for.
The opening
So-
scene was fucking brutal, man.
Yes.
And that the opening scene was the most brutal scene in the movie, if you ask me. Fucking the family hiding and shit. They kill the family hiding. Like that shit was cold. That's cold-blooded shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, that was just cold-blooded. You know, everything else is just, you know, firing bombs and guns and shooting shit. But
That would
yeah,
have been interesting to like have her, instead of her just being like a sad girl at a movie theater, she becomes part of like the team. And like later on
yeah,
you reveal that like that dirty ass girl that was running is now the girl sitting in front of the guy with a fucking
that
giant
you're right.
knife. You
I
know what I
agree
mean?
with
That
you
would have been
there.
kind of
Yeah,
fucking cool.
yeah.
Like, oh, she ran away and they became like a fucking sniper. You know what I mean? Or something, you know? I mean, a femme
That would have been
fatale
true
or something.
retribution. True
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead, this guy's like in the fucking bedroom, like just fucking choking chicks. You know what I mean? Like, like, hey, how'd you hurt your leg? Oh, you lying bitch! Ah, if I can choke you, you know?
Yeah,
It's like,
what the
damn, man,
fuck?
what the
That,
fuck?
that
This
yeah,
is-
yeah.
This is all in the Inglorious Bastards movie.
It's a
Yeah,
good
dude.
movie, dude. It is a good movie. You know,
Oh,
we're
you didn't see
bitching,
it?
but it is
I
a
have to
good
check
movie.
that out.
Dude, it's an
Yeah,
acid
pretty.
trip. It is all over
It's
the
fun.
place.
Yeah, it's fun. It is
Huh.
a fun movie.
And then they Swiss cheese fucking Adolf Hitler at the end. Like it's
Yeah.
fucking completely like fuck
Dude,
it.
they go out in a blaze of glory. That's the best part. It's inglorious. You know.
Yeah. You almost want to like be like Quentin Tarantino on that day, you know, where he's like, all right, so then what happens? He's like, fuck it. They just shoot Adolf Hitler all in his face and his face explodes. Okay. But that's not really history. Fuck it. Let's film it. It'll look awesome. Let's go. Who cares?
Let's do it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Is it
that
is
was
it like
the
a
best part,
comedy?
Yeah.
Would you say?
It's
Kinda
part
like
of
a
it. Dark
action.
comedy, action. Yeah.
Because see,
Yeah.
I think that's what I've suspected about it. Like looking at it, like it's Quentin Tarantino, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because like I liked he did the Hateful Eight, right? And then
It's
that
more
other
along-
one.
it's
With-
like the Hateful Eight, or along that lines. But
Really?
instead of a Western of World War II type thing.
Because like I
like
like thinking about him like with his 70 movies and then the cowboy movies, and then like thinking like a movie that's set in like World War II, like takes me out of that, which I don't even understand what that is. You know what I mean? Like there's some like if he did like a Star Wars, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, what the fuck? Star Wars? Really? I
Yo,
don't know.
you know
I
what
would just I
watched
wouldn't.
last night? I watched that new fucking Zack Snyder shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I took that bullet so you guys don't have to. Holy moly, man. It was
Good. Huh?
What? Sorry, what was that? Rebel Moon?
Yes, dude. Watching Rebel
my God.
Moon was like
I did.
watching cut scenes from a shitty game, dude. It was fucking horrible.
I legit thought I had eye cancer. I was just like, it's so bad.
God damn.
Dude, I saw you know how you can like flip it up on the controller and just kind of like flip through the frames of the movie. I was doing that, dude. I was like, fuck, flip, fuck, flip. Okay, I'll watch some of this. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, the guy who you thought was an Indian is really like some kind of weird industrial guy with like Birdman fucking capes, and it was fucking. Then they're lightsaber fighting at the end, dude. That's what made I was like, oh yeah, this is Zack Snyder like wanted to do some Star Wars and couldn't, or I don't know, man. They're literally fighting with lightsabers at the end. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, Gooch?
It's garbage. They was farming for the first 70 minutes.
Farm-
Yes.
I legit fell asleep and I woke up and I'm like, they're still fucking farming. What the hell are they like? What is this movie? Like, it's the worst movie I've ever. The dialogue is horrible. The acting's so flat. The music is just so off.
Dude.
I don't even know who thought of the music for this movie, but it makes no sense. And then you have a guy just get up and start singing this awkward song in front of everyone when they're celebrating building or farming grain for 3 days. That's supposed to take half a year. I was like,
Wait,
this movie is so
They're
off.
singing?
He gets up and
Yeah.
he does this.
Dude,
Oh.
they have
like a musical?
they have like space travel technology, but they're out there with like hand sickles right? Like cutting down this wheat. Like you don't have robots to cut the
Right.
wheat down. You don't have lasers. You don't have
Yeah.
like
You should have the
But
technology.
they
yeah.
have horses. They have like cattle, but they don't even use them unless they want to escape. Like it's like I'm like, okay, that's
Well,
all right.
it's exploitation of animals. So it's a
well, that's cool. I
progressive
mean, it's like
attitude.
why hey, maybe don't have a horse out there. Maybe have like some sort of like robot. That's like
Yeah.
tilling the land, or have a couple of little tiny robots that are like
You're making
you
too
know-
much sense, Matt. Don't make sense here.
Snyder should not write or create anything. He is like terrible.
So he wrote that, did he?
Yeah,
with
it was all
what,
him.
a team or whatever.
yeah, with that tranny. Am I
So
allowed to say that
was
word?
big.
don't
Is
know.
that
the vag massagio.
is well, whichever Mags Visagio, yeah, the
Vag, Madge,
Vag.
Oh, I forgot.
magical vag, Madge vag.
I forgot about that.
the bonus hole. She got a bonus.
The
hole
one moment when I
installed.
was like, "Oh shit's about to get real," was when the robot hops down and starts like kind of joining the battle,
Yeah,
and then I was like, "Oh no, this kind of sucks too. This is pretty fucking
Yeah.
lame."
it
I was
was like
expecting
this.
him to like fucking
shit.
kung fu motherfuckers. No, not really.
Hmm.
It was
Am I
like
wrong?
No, it was like a Superman moment. I was like, what is going on here? This is like really awkward.
Isn't there something he's trying to do, like a sucker punch, like director's cut or something? Like he's like, it's not
Oh God, really?
that.
He's
there's
asking
some-
people for money, right? He's like, please help me give me some money so I can make a director's cut of Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, no.
And everybody's like, no, we're good. Everybody's like,
So
we're
the-
good.
yeah. We're good.
There's a bunch of nerds out there that really like that movie.
A lot of people would want that. You're right. Yeah.
That movie
Fat
was
queens.
horrible. I mean, I don't
It
wanna be, like,
had me, but it
horrible,
lost me. It had me, but it lost me. You know what I mean?
There was shit I was noticing in the theater. Like, okay, she shows up at the temple with heels on, right? Because I was like, why is she in like those weird heels? And then as soon
Yeah.
as she starts fighting, it goes to flat shoes. She's suddenly wearing like flats. It was
Sensible.
very fucking weird. And then as soon as the fight
Inconsistency,
was
yeah.
as soon as the fight was over, she went back to the chunky heels.
So,
Like fucking
Matt-
Madden, like Joe Madden's looking fucking chunky heels. It was like, okay.
Matt, in
What's
chat,
up?
Jeremy says, when a robot shows more human emotion than the entire human cast, you done fucked up.
Bro, I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was like made out of material where like everybody was like shooting their hot wads on him and it was just kind of like peeling off. It wasn't doing anything. It was just a fucking sci-fi bukkake. Fucking everybody shooting their loads on this fucking poor robot and he was just fucking wiping it off.
Okay.
Weird, man. It's so dumb. Like no, like they were just like, hey man, you're Zack Snyder. Like you could do whatever you want. Just come over to Netflix. And he was like, all right, cool. And then now they're like seeing this, they're like going, oh fuck. this
You
is what he's
fuck
fucking
around,
doing."
you find out. Yeah.
Next time somebody's gonna be like, hey, can we see that script first? We're gonna go ahead and ask for script approval. We'd like to know what you're fucking doing for you.
Dude,
Matt,
I
you
fell
should,
asleep like 5 times
should-
trying to watch the Snyder cut. I couldn't get through it.
You should do movie reviews, videos or something, Matt. Because you know so much about movies and stuff.
I should. I've seen them
Yeah.
all, dude.
And
Holy
it's
fuck.
hilarious too. Some of your takes, like
Yeah.
on DG was doing Doc Blaylock's launch of the Damn Dirty Thing.
Yeah.
And they got into talking about movies, and I was like, Matt should be here. He knows a lot about movies. I'm usually lost
I know so
when
many
he
movies.
starts talking.
I pointed out a movie earlier, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah,
That's a good movie, dude.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't
Richard
seen it,
Dreyfuss.
so-
Yeah.
I'm looking for it.
I worked at a Blockbuster, so
So did
there was like
I.
3 years of just movie free rentals. I binged like millions of movies. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to work at a
Hilarious, man.
Blockbuster for like a month and was
Did
like, I'm
you?
good. Yeah,
He's
I
like,
was like
I'm good.
the fucking khakis and the blue shirt. I was like,
Dude,
man,
I
I
would get
can't wear this
stoned
shit
out
no
in the
more,
back.
bro.
I was taking the garbage out.
Yeah,
and
I
we
was
would
not
get
stoned. I
out
was at
back.
this time I was still straight edge. You know, and I was just like, man, I
Oh, well,
can't
that's a
fucking.
different experience. Yeah, at that
And then
point.
I
Yeah.
took some movies home and ended up taking them for too long, and like some of my paycheck was
Dude, I had
withheld
a
for the fucking late fees, and I was like, all right, I'm out.
Oh, wow.
I
But
had a
like,
friend I had a friend who worked there who literally took out the trash, quote unquote, and just would take like videos and just steal them,
oh
throw them in the
shit,
garbage, and go around back and like he
oh
got
that's
fired.
brilliant.
But yeah,
Fuck.
it
It's
is
not
bad.
brilliant, but
Not at all. Yeah, he was an idiot.
That's horrible.
what I did, like when I first got Netflix, when it was like, oh, like 3 movies in, 3 movies out, 3 movies in, 3 movies out. Remember that? Like it was that long ago.
No. Yeah.
And so yeah, dude, within like a couple of months, I like ran out of shit that I like wanted to see. So then I went to like, Time Magazine's top 100 movies and just like went through them all. And then I went to some, you know what I mean? I just started like watching stuff that like I normally wouldn't have watched. And it was
Yeah.
helpful as fuck.
I'll tell you, I do it the same way I do with musicians. Like, I'll look at who I like. Oh, I like this artist. Who's he playing with? Then you follow the musicians. They go to other groups, and you kind of just branch out. That's kind of how I did movies too.
Hmm.
I like this actor, or I like this director. What do they do? And then you just kind of branch out from there. Yeah.
Yeah, you start to see like influences,
Right.
like older
Yeah.
movies because you're like watching these like older movies, and then you see new stuff, and you're like, oh, I see where they were getting at. That's a good idea. So then you stop looking at modern stuff and you start looking at the older shit. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna like look at somebody else's interpretation of the old stuff. I'm
Well,
gonna
the
go look
way
at the old stuff myself.
Well, that's the thing.
You know what
Like
I mean? Like,
the way I look at the old stuff, like they had way less that they could do, like technology wise and
yeah,
everything. So it was all about writing, acting. Like it was all about the roles of everybody. And now with movies, it's become way less that and more post editing, computer graphics, and the
And
writing
well, they're
shit. We
going
know,
back. They're starting to
yeah.
add that stuff.
Chris,
Like, I love 70 movies with that like grit, like French Connection,
Yeah, dude.
Marathon
They
Man,
were just written better.
Graduate.
No
I mean, you got
bullshit.
written better, but
Yeah,
also they were just like tactile. You know what I mean? They just had that grit. They had like a certain kind of grain
exactly.
to them. And like now, like these like
Well,
high fidelity movies, I'm like, yeah, but they're
yeah,
so high D. It's fucking insane.
almost too much. Yeah.
I could talk about Dune too. Sorry I cut off Kirby. I'm gonna let Kirby talk. I'm gonna smoke a
I
bowl,
was
and
just
then I'm
gonna
gonna
say
fucking get
what you
really
guys.
pissed off about fucking Dune 2.
Hey, I just want to ask: Does anybody recognize that that signature thing
Signature?
there? Yeah, I don't know who that is. I saw it like on Twitter. They were like, "Here's some pencils I did," and it's like it's the Crow or whatever. And like I just printed them so I could just like have something to like practice ink and to like like warm up and stuff. But like I can't think of without what I'm saying. Like I saved the picture, but like I didn't screenshot who it was, and now I'm like, what? Who the fuck was this? I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm just like retarded sometimes. Like I was just think about things.
I can't tell
So
who that is.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. It looks like a MBER maybe.
Yeah, if you take a picture and
Maybe
do that
that's.
Google image search,
Oh, that's a
Wow,
good.
that's
That's a good
smart.
idea.
Yeah.
it'll pull up something.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Like I've got the file that's just like the picture of the pencils or whatever on the phone, but I didn't like. Unless maybe I did. I don't know. But like I was just hoping someone would be like, "Oh yeah, that's Danny. Yeah, I know him." Or if he's
Help us chat. Help us
yeah.
chat.
Oh shit! Now it's all falling. What the fuck?
Well, what you're talking about, it should be like that with big old community of artists and writers and comic book people. but you know how things go.
Right.
Now it's not too much about the comic and art these days.
No, no. It's about formula and commercial success and making sure that happens in numbers. That's what it's about now, you know. And that's what I miss about the old school. At least they were willing to take chances, right? At least, like even in the 80s and even the 90s, even, you know, you could have an original idea, get it pitched, and it could go to
Pedro.
production.
In chat, Pedro.
Oh, I can put.
Oh,
I forgot.
Jesus Christ.
I forgot I can have the chat on the TV. I can see what they're saying because like I can't.
All right. So back to what you were talking about, the old school
Well, I
effects
mean,
and
it's
stuff.
like a lot of things. I mean, it's you know, it's become formulaic where, you know, rather than having an original idea and taking a chance, and you know, they don't, you know, people who invest in these productions, they don't want to take those chances anymore. That's why we get
I
the same
used
old bullshit, you know.
I used to be a big fan of horror movies. You know, not just any horror movie, but the creature effects. You know, if they had a monster or something like that, I was like,
Yeah. Me too. Yeah.
because they didn't have that CG back in the day. They would
Oh,
have to
yeah.
create it. You know,
Right.
and then that would create competition between the different studios. Only the best ones would come out because they had this new thing coming in. So, like for example, was the hair on werewolves. If you notice, a lot of the werewolf movies, right? They're not fully covered in hair. They're almost like skinned or hairless dogs. That's because it's very hard and expensive to put the hair on the full body of a piece, right? Of a werewolf
Yeah.
puppet or
Werewolf.
costume.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's why we got all these
That was
headless
an
looking
art that
werewolves.
that was an art form unto itself, and it's
Yeah.
pretty much dying, if not dead. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Making those werewolf suits.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, not
so it's
just
like
that.
pretty
I think it was
specialized.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
other hair.
yeah. All the
Hmm.
monsters that required stuff like that. It's all gone.
I mean, there's still like the guy that does fucking puppets, the puppet masters, the little, you know what I'm saying, like the
Oh
little,
yeah, I
what
love
is
that
that
one.
shit? Demon? Is it
There's a
puppet?
guy that
What's
I
that
used
called?
to there's
Puppet
the
Masters.
animatronics.
Uh-huh.
There's a guy that
Yeah.
I used to work for. His name is Vincent Gastoni. You guys
Uh-huh.
can check him out. He's like old school. We used to do a lot of stuff together. And I reached out to him one time and was like, man, I have an idea for a werewolf movie. Like, how much would a werewolf like a suit cost? Like a good one.
Yeah.
And he was like $30K.
What?
Yeah,
I was
they're
like,
Wow.
all
No
right, cool.
shit. Wow.
That's like
Like a
movie
fucking
quality. Like he was like 30K. Like he didn't even have to think about it. I was like, okay.
I can get you one for half that tomorrow. 30,000. That's too much. That's too much for
You
a
think?
werewolf suit.
that's like
Yeah.
that's like a new Prius or a new
Yeah, but that might include like actor to werewolf transformation scene.
I'd wear
You
it.
know, that could
Oh,
include
the scene. Well,
wounds.
we didn't say all that. You want like all the transformations? Like is it just like a werewolf all the time, or is it you want what is it? What are you talking about here?
Any
You
good
want them?
werewolf movie has a transformation scene. You gotta have
absolutely,
you gotta have
yes,
you gotta have a
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Even if maybe it's not like guy turning into werewolf, maybe it could just be, you know, your story starts off with the werewolf and then he finally transforms at the end into a fucking old man. I mean, whatever your story is, like you gotta have that like
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean,
I think. I mean, that's my opinion. I'm not like, you know.
I don't know. I think if you have like you probably just do half that shit like with fucking filters and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like get a couple different masks, do a couple scenes. You know what I mean? Like you just did it yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to do shit in the backyard, the basement with like, you know, whatever you got going on in the basement, you know. Like okay, we'll put a little bit of hair on it first, take a couple pictures, take some video from a couple different angles, you know what I'm saying? Like just do all that in front of green screens, and
That's possible. You're right.
that's what I'm saying. If you're just trying to do it yourself, or you got like you and your you know, like whoever you got tied up or whatever, like shouldn't be that hard. I would not 30,000. Like, I mean, 30,000 would be like, I would think. I don't know. Like I look at like Ed Wood movies, like all that, and I'm like, yeah, that's just how you do it. You just fucking go and do it. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got money to do all that. We're just gonna paint some pie tins, and we're gonna put them on strings, and like, you know, like nobody's gonna know. Like, there's something to that like
that
know
becomes
Like,
part of the allure of it too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you look around, everything's so like overproduced and like polished and, you know, perfect, you know, all these
it's like, we know we're in a movie, guys. You don't have to fucking, you know, like, it's it's like the joke. It's the joke we're all in on, you know.
I guess it all depends. All right, so like what I would want. So I have a bunch of people, and they're filming a month-long survival TV show pilot, right? So you have like 5 or 6 people on this island. They all have GoPros attached to them, and they're doing like their little forts, and they're doing like their little, like, this is how you start a fire. You know what I'm saying? They're all like trying to like jockey and get to a spot where they're sponsored. Well, they don't realize it, but this island is also used by an old man who uses it to turn into a werewolf. So he's like suffering, or has been suffering with lycanthropy for like decades, but he's always had this little island that he goes to. So, you know, full moon, he heads over to the island in a boat, goes on the island, turns into a werewolf in the morning, puts his clothes back on, gets in his boat, and then comes back home. So he goes out there, and like before he could get back on his boat, he turns into a werewolf. And so you have all these people on the island, and you have this werewolf. So you would need the werewolf to, like, you need him a lot, you know? So I don't know. I don't think 30K is too bad if you're like, okay, we don't have to pay for the location, you know? And like, fuck the actors. I'm not gonna pay them shit. I'll pay them fucking like Instagrits. You know what I mean? Every morning. You get I'll be like, here's a fucking 2 packets of Instagrit and a fucking hard-boiled egg. That's what you get. Get the fuck over there. Yes, you know, that's what you do with actors. You keep them hungry. So
that's
you
right.
Give them
always leave them wanting more. Yeah.
You keep them angry and hungry. That, you know. So they give you the best work. So most of the budget would be just this dope ass werewolf and a really cool scene of this kind of old man kind of wolfing out. Like, do I think I would get like a fucking American Werewolf in London scene out of it? Probably not. But you know, I wouldn't be opposed to some CGI shit either, to be honest.
You mix it.
But not with the monster. Like, I want the werewolf to be like in camera. You know what I mean? I fucking hate CG. I hate CGI werewolves.
Well,
yeah.
I think one of the best werewolves was fucking the House in the Woods, Cabin in the Woods. Did you see that?
Cabin in the Woods. You're right.
I like that movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah, they had all the monsters in there.
That was
I
such a dope
more
way.
Of the monsters. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't give a fuck about these kids. Show me those monsters.
Yes, fuck them.
Dude, in that third act, when all the monsters got released and just started eating all those fucking security guards, I was just like, yes, please. Yes, please. I had the biggest grin on my face. I was like, Yeah, yeah. This is the movie I want. Yes, thank you.
Oh,
This is fucking amazing. Just little imps turning guys into meat sacks and just ripping them apart, dude. I was like,
yeah.
Oh,
That was a very fun part of the movie. Yeah.
had a giant fucking snake and a bunch of shit, man.
yes,
Bunch
a
of shit.
raping tree. Remember that
Oh.
billboard, the sign that they had that they were like placing bets.
The-
Hold
The
on.
robot was pretty cool too. The little
Did you say the raping tree?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I haven't watched enough of these damn movies. Well, I'm telling you, I don't know nothing about this stuff. This one's fantastic.
Cabin in the Woods is entertaining. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Cabin in the Woods. I know I've heard of that, and like I've watched them.
It's
You know,
a
I
good
have
one.
watched
Yeah,
movies.
it's a good
Like
one.
it's not
That's
like
one of the better ones. Yeah.
Better recent ones.
Like the
One
recent
of the
ones.
better recent
Yeah.
ones,
Yeah.
Hey Matt, if I where was the dang? Is this it?
I don't
If
know
I
how
send
anyone.
you a link, can
Skid
you
'em
play
around,
it for like you were on, you know, that PQ guy, that Patrick, the fellow that was with me on the Commandos.
Yeah.
He's launching.
Oh, word.
This is not. Where is his video for this thing? He's launching his thing tonight.
You see
What's
this?
that? Just stop that.
This was the list of all the monsters. So you had a werewolf, you had alien beast, mutants, wraiths, zombies, repticulus, clowns, the witches, sexy witches, venoms,
Sexy witches.
hell lord, angry molesting tree. That's what it is. Angry molesting tree. Giant snake, deadites,
Yeah.
Kevin, the mummy. Yeah, just somebody named Kevin. Mummy.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, I know
Right.
I
Kevin.
voted for him too. See, it's blank.
Yeah, nobody fucking votes for Kevin. He never
No.
gets it.
Fuck
The
Kevin.
Scarecrow folk, Snowman, the Dragon Bat, the
Oh, damn.
vampires, the disembodiment goblins, the Sugar Plum Fairy, and I think that's the chick with all the teeth in her face.
Oh, yeah.
The merman. And the merman, you know, he finally gets to see
Yeah.
the merman. The reanimated, the unicorn, the Huron, the Sasquatch / Wendigo / Yeti, the dolls,
What?
the doctors, and then the zombie redneck torture family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the jack-o'-lantern, the giants, and then the twins. So of course they
Yeah.
got
That's a
zombie
hell of a
redneck
lineup.
torture
That's
family.
a hell of
is-
a lineup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they should've-
Yeah.
They should have did a movie about that. What the fuck were they thinking?
You got to see most of these at the end
At
in
the end,
different
yeah.
little, like if you stop, you can see like in all the cameras and stuff. They'll like pan to the
Yeah.
closed caption TV. You can see different people getting fucked up with,
Yeah, man.
with different creatures.
They should take this list and make a movie for each one of these.
Yeah. And there's
I
some
would-
really standouts, at least.
Yo, so hey guys, it's 6 o'clock. I need to cut this one a little short. Did you have something you wanted to show, Mr. Ben?
Yeah. Mister. What the fuck?
Doctor, sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say, well, now you're coming after me, Matt. I could
Get ready.
Yeah, I just put it at the bent end there, the subscribe page. I just put it in the chat. I don't know how to. That's what I'm saying. I'm on my phone, so I can't bring it up. But that's for
No need
Patrick's.
Infinity. Yeah, Patrick. Where's Patrick's? You couldn't put it in the private chat? Somebody in the chat with a wrench. I got people with wrenches. What is
Yeah.
Patrick's campaign called?
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
It is.
No,
we're
that's
launching it on.
Bond.
Nova?
Vaughn has
Phenomenova.
Phenomenova.
Phenomenova,
but-
yeah.
Phenomenova.
Phenomenon.
They're gonna
Phenomenon.
they're gonna have a battle and like a
Mm.
crossover eventually, I believe. Phenomenon. But that's what I'm saying. It just looks. Patrick's is the after the atomic war with Russia. Like what happens after, like the survivors of that, rebuilding society, mutants, post-apocalyptic.
Okay, it's on Fun My Comics, you said?
I believe so.
Give me a wrench so I can fucking drop it. Here, I'll just drop it in private chat. That way you can do it, man.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, so
There you
I'll be
go.
on his channel tonight, like launching it with him. I think it might be you can like
Post
I
it.
can't even post anything.
It's in private chat. Just copy and paste that onto
It
chat.
won't let me.
I got it. Bing.
right.
Matt
Like that's
Bar
what I'm saying. Like
Matt Barr won't let me post.
Why won't I let you post?
I don't know. You're after me now. I don't know.
That's bullshit. Now I'm
Yeah.
mad at you for saying I'm going after you. Who the hell do you think you are? I never fought you a day in my life, you piece of shit.
Man, oh.
All right.
I'm a human being.
Yeah, he's got like a video. He's that's what I'm saying. It's good. It's a good.
Nice.
It's a good guy. That's
We'll
a good
check
kid.
it out.
And
There you go.
he's the one that does the he sings too. He does like the 50s like Sinatra style.
Singing.
A crooner, a
Yeah.
crooner, a
He's a
crooner.
crooner.
Yeah,
All right, guys. I got a boogie. I got
Later,
eyeballs
bro.
on me looking at me. So you guys have a
Happy
good day. Happy
happy
420,
Adios.
everybody.
Adios there, bud.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chris,
Bye-bye,
Nice
everyone.
talking to you guys.
Nice to meet you.
I'm
Pete.
sorry, Chris. I was stepping over you. Go. Ready, set, go, Chris. Go.
No. Peace, everybody. Happy 420. Go smoke a bowl and have some fun.
Sounds good. Hail Comics
Oh,
Gate.
yeah. Yeah, Comics Gate.
Hail Comics Gate.